Hey guys, it is MissSimReno. If you are returning to the channel, welcome back. And if you are brand new, I am very excited that you decided to join me here today for another speed build. And today we are building a base game only home in the midst of the new pack coming out. I felt like building with base game, so here we are. And before we get too far into the video, I did want to say thank you to Disney Emoji Blitz for sponsoring today's video and supporting my channel. You can go ahead and download the game for free using the link in the description box below on your mobile device or tablet, and I will also be hosting a sweepstakes for the new Sims 4 Cottage Living expansion pack, so stay tuned to find out how to win. Disney Emoji Blitz is unlike any other Match 3 game on the market. Each emoji has its own unique power-up, and you control what to use, offering a strong layer of strategy to each game you play. Seriously, strategy is key to this game, and it makes it so engaging and fun. My favorite emoji is Genie because he is one of my favorite Disney characters to date, and his power-up transforms other emojis into more genies, allowing me to create more in-game boosters and earn higher scores. If you are a collector, know that there is a deep collection of Disney, Pixar, and Star Wars characters, and new characters are added every month. There are lots of different emojis with different categories, including silver, gold, rainbow exclusive, as well as story and villain emojis. Also, the emojis you earn in-game, you can send to your friends in text messages, which is a super fun integration with this game. In addition, the link acts as a creator code, so anything you spent in-game will help support me and the channel. As I mentioned earlier, I will be hosting a sweepstakes for the Sims 4 Cottage Living expansion pack. All you have to do is download Disney Emoji Blitz using my link in the description box below. Take a screenshot of you hitting level 10 and then tag me on Twitter with the screenshot. The winner will be picked on August 13th, and thank you again to Disney Emoji Blitz for sponsoring today's video. So for this home, I was striving for potentially 3 bedrooms. I typically like to do that just in case I envision a set of grandparents living with a family, or if I want there to be an office space, or at least room for a family to grow is usually what I'm thinking. And I wasn't able to do that here, but there are 2 bedrooms, so one is of course for the parents, and then there are 2 children that I envisioned in this family, and they have bunk beds in their own room. And there are 2 bathrooms as well, which I thought was really nice. I was striving for just 1.5 bathrooms if I could swing it, and I was able to make it 2 full bathrooms, which was actually a pleasant surprise. Plus, I made an entirely open floor plan for the kitchen, living, and dining, which is unusual for me. I've been trying to do it more and more. You guys have probably noticed just with the different builds that I've been putting out, I've been experimenting a little bit more. And if it's not super obvious to you, it's super obvious to me. So just know I am very self-conscious as I put out some of these builds that might be a bit more out of my comfort zone, or where I just tried something a little bit different than I usually do, because I also don't want to get bored building. You know what I mean? I say that. I've literally never been bored building. It's just coming up with ideas that I really love so I can share them with you guys. There's so many scrapped builds that I have. But you can see here that we are pulling together the kitchen and the dining, and I loved using these chairs that are, I would still consider them new from the anniversary update from this year that Hey Harry created. They are absolutely amazing. And I was so pleased to see that there were wood tones that complemented, I won't say matched, but they complemented the wood flooring that I put down, as well as these other countertops. So that was really joyous for me to find that they kind of sort of complemented each other, not matched. I wanted to say matched again. And I also added a few bar stools, which came with that update. So there are a few different places for your Sims to sit and enjoy a meal. Thankfully, there are only 4 Sims supposedly in this home. You could, of course, make any changes you'd like to add additional beds or anything like that. I mean, you could put 2 sets of bunk beds in the kids' room if you wanted to shuffle some things around, so you could have a family of 6 in here if you really wanted to, but it might get a little bit cramped. And anyway, they can't really sit at the bar stools just because I know that the sink and the candles would be blocking them from technically eating there, but they could sit there. And then there's 6 chairs at the dining table, so there's still room for everyone. And then we end up working on the living room. I loved using this more so, I would consider it a beige color. I'm not sure if that's accurate, but the beige walls were very calming and warm to me. As you can see, this is basically like my dream color scheme. I say it all the time, but I love darker color schemes, and I really enjoy this wood flooring. I've used it only a handful of times, but it is one of my absolute favorites, and it's amazing that it's from base game. But I just really liked it. There were some pops of white with the fireplace and the curtains and whatnot, and of course I tried to get most of the trim on the wallpaper, as well as, of course, like the windows and the doors, it's all white. So it really made that pop a bit amongst the darker interior, at least in my opinion. I also really liked using this brown swatch of the love seat and the sofa because I thought it was going to blend with the floor too much. It was a bit darker than some of the wood tones that I used as well, so I just thought it would get a bit lost, but it ended up working pretty nicely, at least in my opinion. And then we have a mirror by the door, we have the shoe rack, a little backpack, and then on this side table, which I end up shoving, I think, in the corner, I think it's an aquarium or the fishbowl or something like that. I can't really recall, but I add a few clutter items on top of this fireplace, and I don't believe I give them a coffee table just because it was way too cramped with the amount of seats that were actually there. And I did use the same rug you can see underneath the dining table and in the living room just to ensure that everything was very cohesive. I think I used the same runner rug in the little tiny itty bitty hallway too, but I can't really recall. Now this is going to be one of the first full bathrooms. This is the one that I envision the children using more often than not, as well as guests, which I'm not sure if that's what you'd want to do because kids are messy. You might want to keep their bathroom private. I don't know. Let's just envision that these kids are very clean and they take very good care of their bathroom. There's nothing really there to indicate that it's a kid's bathroom. I mean, there is only just this bathtub, so I didn't want there to be a bunch of like kids' toys around it, because then it wouldn't really be suited for guests. Does that make sense? I don't know. And then this is going to be the little tiny hallway that leads to the other bathroom as well as the parents' bedroom. There is just a side table here with a piece of artwork. I might swap it out with a mirror as well. There really isn't too much to diversify like hallway clutter and decoration, at least with base game. I will say that. So base game is very versatile, but we need, I think we always need more artwork and maybe different couches too. I really like couches. I really like kitchen countertops and artwork. Those are probably like my three things that I want more of in The Sims always, which sounds, I don't know if it sounds greedy. I just always want that. I always want there to be like at least a few of those things in every single pack that we get because I just gravitate towards the same ones all over again, like all the time. So I'm always looking for more. But anyway, this is going to be the parents' bedroom. And this master bedroom was kind of oddly shaped because of the little tiny bump out in the front. But I think I made decent use of it because I did place a desk there. So that is where I won't call it the family computer because I envision that these parents want their kids away from the computer. Like maybe they completely repel technology or they just don't want their kids wrapped up in technology so young. So they keep the family quote unquote computer in their bedroom. Or maybe one of them just works from home and this is the only available office space considering that the other room in the house is for their two kids. So it can kind of go both ways. It really depends on what you guys want. You can of course change anything you'd like if you download my builds, goes without saying. There's also an art easel over here in the corner, so one of the parents definitely enjoys painting. So that's at least an option now that I think about it. So in base game, if you want a different like variety of paintings and whatnot in your home, you can have your sim paint them, or you can get no CC. I was going to say no custom content, but no CC paintings off of the gallery as well to really spice up a base game build, which I didn't do here, but it's something that I have done in the past. So that's an idea. But I added some computer like clutter, I suppose we could call it, off to the side. So I also envisioned one of the parents working in the tech career, I believe is base game. I think it's like the tech guru career. So that is going to be a very important skill, is programming for that career. And their bedroom has different kind of wood tones, but it's kind of a mesh of traditional and contemporary, mainly because of that wardrobe. Other than that, it's pretty traditional, but I do really like it. And then this is going to be the two kids' room. I was going to say the twins' room, and then I got caught up in it. I don't think that these kids are twins. Maybe they're just very close in age. And outside of liking the colors green and blue, I really didn't give too much thought into their personalities, their likes, dislikes, preferences, anything like that. I just wanted to kind of come up with a different color combination that I haven't done before in a kid's room, especially just with base game. So I did use this bunk bed here that has beds that were single beds in base game prior to getting bunk beds. And then they do have a dresser. I think I also give them a desk too because it's a place for them to do their homework and write in their journal. If you have parenthood or something like that, that's usually why I give kids desks, because it just gives them a space to work on whatever they're working on. I also cluttered up this little area of wall with some posters, and I think, I can't recall if I put that dinosaur animal in front of the wardrobe. If I do, it makes the wardrobe inaccessible, but if I don't, you don't have to worry about it. But either way, I mean, wardrobes, I typically don't even play with them now that I think about it. If I want my sim to change, I usually just click on them and say change outfit instead of having them go to a wardrobe, unless I really want some realism and I make them walk over to that wardrobe and get changed. What do you guys do? Do you usually just change the sim on the spot, or do you have them use a wardrobe? That's actually kind of an interesting thing that I want to ask you, because sometimes I've been tempted to not even put wardrobes in some of the bedrooms because I don't even use them that much. I don't know. But I also cluttered up at the desk with a few different toys and kid clutter items. They also have a creativity table in here. I think I give them that dollhouse too. Yep, the castle one. I already put it down, and I did shrink it down, which means that it will still work, which is, I think, really, really cool. And then this is going to be the backyard, which I did some of the landscaping off camera just because it was taking a little bit longer than I wanted it to. And I believe that there is a monkey bar set back here, an outdoor dining table, as well as a grill. I was really, really pining after that swing set from Seasons. And I know that we have versions from like Island Living and things like that, but I really, really love the swing set. It was something that I was hoping for when base game even came out, and then we ended up getting monkey bars and I was kind of sad. But yeah, that pretty much is the video here. That is the build. So I hope you guys did enjoy this one. Maybe you can change it up if you've gotten cottage living and you can kind of make it a little bit more of a rustic interior. I don't know. Probably wouldn't fit the vibe, but it's a thought. But let me know what you guys think, and I will catch you next time I post a video, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye!
Sign was given, it's in the way you move and in the sound of your heart. We tend to fall together, fall in love, and still in the end we'll fall apart. So it's hopeless that we stay close, but it's the life that we chose. It takes time to get it right, sleepless days and nights. We just need a little more, just a little time for you and I. So stay a bit longer, just a little time for you and I, until it's over. Just a little time. I think that we got blinded.